6.
Hi, and welcome back to Student Spotlight. I'm Kathleen Stebbins, and joining me tonight is local author Karina Espinosa to talk about her latest novel, Shift. Karina, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, I loved your novel, and I really got to ask, do you see yourself as your main character?
No way.
No way? Why?
Well, first off, she's a werewolf, so I don't shift on a full moon. But Mackenzie is more my thoughts, I guess, the things I wish I had the guts to say. That's Mackenzie.
Yeah. Was it kind of hard to transition from this novel from your last series with Sins of the Fallen?
Yeah, because my Sins of the Fallen series is young adult. So I made this big leap from writing young adult to writing more new adult material. So you have a lot more kind of freedom. So all the things that restricted me before, I'm able to kind of forget about and kind of free write.
About your writing, because you did say this is a werewolf novel, and your last one was about fallen angels.
Yeah.
How much research do you put into your novels, or do you make up some of the nuances?
For Shift, I didn't really do much research because, I mean, as long as you read a lot of urban fantasy or paranormal, you should be okay with the general myths and
Werewolves
legends.
are not that tricky.
Yeah, but with Sins of the Fallen, because it has angels, I tried to make it as real as possible, so I did a lot of research on demonology and angelology for that series.
Really cool, okay. And how many books do you think Shift will end up being?
My main goal is to make it a trilogy, but I don't know, there might be a fourth, just depends.
Yay.
But definitely no more than 4.
And now, which do your fans enjoy more right now? Because I know that Shift is the first of the series, so it's still getting out there and people are still getting used to it. But do you say they like this better than Sins of the Fallen, or do you think it's vice versa?
Sins of the Fallen was my first ever kind of dipping into writing. So I have a small fan base for Sins of the Fallen, which isn't much. But with Shift, I don't know if maybe the cover or what it was, but it kind of blew up, and I have this crazy following for Shift, and people just completely fell head over heels for it.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good. And I look forward to reading Sins of the Fallen. Everything you've told me sounds amazing. Now, do you do book signings?
Yes. Recently I've taken a bit of a sabbatical, but I traveled all last year all around the country. I might be possibly, depending on what my schedule is like next year, I'm probably heading over to Europe to do some signings there.
Exciting.
But I've traveled all over the U.S. this past year.
How has the experience been?
It's a little crazy at times because, you know, at some places you go and you don't really have that many people who know who you are, and then you go some places and you have like super fans, and they get really dressed up, they make collages, they make posters.
Do they give you any of that stuff?
Yeah, I get a bunch of like photo albums of who they think, like, you know, the main characters are gonna be if it was made into a movie. I get jewelry made, posters, a lot of posters.
Oh my gosh, exciting. I bet, do you keep like a lot of it? Like,
Oh,
do you have like
yeah.
a whole wall of all your memorabilia?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, of all the cities you visited, which has been your favorite to visit?
Believe it or not, I really like staying in Florida. Like, I just recently came back from Vegas, and I had a blast, but I feel like a lot of my fan base is here in Florida, maybe because they know I'm from South Florida, so I got a lot of crazier fans out here.
Oh, awesome. The next question I have is, because you're a self-published author, how has that been, and do you have any advice for some of the other writers out there who might want to be self-published?
I think self-publishing is great. There's a lot of, I guess, bad mojo, I guess, or it's taboo. But it just depends on how much freedom you want. If you want to write a book without anybody telling you, okay, you got to cut that out, or so on and so forth, definitely go self-publishing. I mean, it's not bad at all. You just have to market yourself. But if you want somebody to market for you, to do all the things for you, editing, formatting, all that, then traditional route is the way to go. Advice? Read.
A lot of reading.
A lot of reading. If you don't keep up with the times, then your writing, it'll reflect in your writing.
Okay. Now, I have a couple questions from the fans, if you don't mind, that I've collected. Jessica Morrow asks, if you were stranded on an island, what character from your books would you be stranded with, or like to be stranded with?
I'd probably choose Sebastian from Shift.
Oh.
Not because he's hot,
Okay.
but because he's probably the toughest out of them all.
So you could
and
survive
I'd survive
on an island, yeah.
on Sebastian.
That's a good one. And then kiss, kill, or marry Sebastian, Jonah, or Max?
Wait. I'd probably kiss Jonah. No. I kiss Sebastian. Marry Jonah. And I can't kill Max.
Aw.
But
He might not die, though. He's an angel, right?
spoilers, I
know,
can't.
spoilers. And lastly, when is Caged coming out? And is Mackenzie going to meet Amy ever again?
Cage will be out at the end of this year. I don't have a
Ooh.
specific release date, but I'm aiming for November, December. I can't give any spoilers. What's up?
I know, but we want them.
Amy will be in the second book. I can tell you that much.
That'll be awesome. I look forward to that. Now, if anybody wants to look into more of your books, where can they find them or find out your schedule for the upcoming year?
Go on my website, www.karinaespinosa.com. I'm mainly on Facebook, so facebook.com/author Karina Espinosa. Twitter @tweetsbykarina. I'm on Instagram a lot. But yeah, I'm all over social media.
That's wonderful. So you keep in touch with the fans.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, one other person asked, Miss Laura says that she loves Shift, but why was Mackenzie oblivious to her appeal to men?
I don't think Mackenzie was much oblivious to it. I just think she doesn't really care about it. You know, her being, whether she's good looking or not, it's not registering to her because she's dealing with this.
Karina, I'm very sorry, but we're going to have to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining us on Student Spotlight. I'm Kathleen Stebbins with Karina Espinosa. Thank you again, and you guys have a great night. Oh, okay. And then we just talk to each other. Awesome.
Good.